Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitchin with Laura. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a great day. Well, as you can see, we're going to be starting this beautiful bouquet of roses that I got from FGOBY the other day, and it's a 40 by 60, 11 count. So yeah, and got to tell you where I'm starting. I'm right here on this flower because it's just a little bit easier to work on right here. So yeah, so what's everybody up to? Are you having a great day? It's Thursday already, and tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day. It seems like it was just Christmas somewhere. Yeah, somewhere. But my goodness, this thread seems very long for some reason. Not real sure why. It has been a day. Well, last night, I couldn't sleep hardly at all. I got 3 hours sleep. So, I got up. I knew I had to go to the grocery store early because it's supposed to be like snowing a blizzard this afternoon or whenever. You know, they started out saying it was after midnight, and here we are. And then it was 4:30 in the morning, and yeah, so we're at like noon and it's still not doing anything. Not at all. It just looks bad over the mountains. I mean, I would say it was cloudy, you know, more so than anything at all. Yeah. So whether we get any of this snow or not, you know, we'll see. So there we go. I'll try to pull you in just as close as I can get it. There we go. So, yeah. So anyway, I went to the grocery store and got that all done. And got a frozen pizza because, yeah. Just cause, I swear, I must have 6 of them a month. Maybe. Just seems like a lot. So last night, before I went to bed, I worked on castle walls for maybe a half an hour, 45 minutes. I wanted to quit because it's on 28 count Lagana. And quit, I mean by, I was afraid I'd mess it up, you know, and have to restitch something else. But so far, you know, it's okay, but you know, that false illusion that everything's fine, and then, yeah, you get down the line, and, yeah, not good. And you have to go back. That's why I have this aversion to not marking off my pattern as I go. Of course, I have my, what do you call it, my copy, my working copy that I use, that I keep like right here so I can see what the heck I'm doing. Yeah, we tried it that way, so we'll see if everything works out okay. So I may post a picture on later of my progress. But this was just so much easier this morning. So I got the pizza in the oven, and of course, I did the review this morning. I'm not sure when this is going to get up. Sometimes it takes 15-20 minutes. Next time, takes an hour. It's like, okie dokie. Whatever. Yeah. Oh, this number is 817. So it's a nice orangey red. But, somebody asked me if I use the sewing method all the time. I do. I might have to go a little bit slower when I'm doing counted, but for the most part, I do use the sewing method for all my stitching. And I don't know that for me, it goes faster. Otherwise, the other side of that is when I'm stitching, I can't go up and then pull it down, and then pull it up and pull it down. No. It just kills my shoulder. So I had to learn how to do the sewing method. So it took a lot of stress off my shoulder, and everything goes much easier. But as far as it's being faster, I got nothing. Everybody stitches at a different, rate of speed. And I'm not that dexterous. Is that the word? Maybe. As I used to be. So sometimes things go a lot slower. But for the most part, I use the sewing method. Unless I stitch myself in a corner and I gotta go back. I can stitch easier going right to left than I can from left to right. Does that make sense? So, yeah, we just stick with one thing, and I have learned to turn my material around when I go in the opposite direction. So that helps. But when I'm doing counted, I can't turn it quite that way. I kind of do it a little sideways, but that doesn't work so hot. But I can still use the sewing method on my counted. So, fun times. Fun times. So no grand plans for today because it's supposed to be messed up, and my daughter has... Well, I mean, that would not have stopped us, but it's windy and it's cold and we're not going anywhere. She had, like, parent-teacher conference stuff tonight. And she wasn't about getting out there in the wind and the snow, and yeah, it's just not a good time to go to those kind of places. So we'll wait again. I have no idea what tomorrow will bring. So we'll see. Oh, I saw the most gorgeous diamond painting. Yeah. It was Lovecraft Forever. I believe it was this morning. I don't know. I've been up like 3/4 of the night anyway. So I don't know when I saw it. I'm looking for my scissors. Yeah. But it's of the Disney princesses. And it's like 130 by 90 centimeters. Yeah, it's huge. And I might just purchase that one. Yeah. It's in the back of my mind, and I told my daughter about it, and I thought maybe it'd be a kind of a good introduction for my granddaughter. I know she doesn't like princesses anymore, who knows, to doing something bigger than other than stickers. I'm looking at me stitching. Yeah. So, don't know. But it's ginormous, and it's beautiful. But it has all the favorite people in it, that she used to like. I figure push come to shove, I'll finish it myself and hang it in my house so she can come visit the damn princesses. Yeah. So, who knows? I can't win. I know my name's Grandma, so can only imagine what my daughter feels like. So, other than that, I haven't been doing much. Just kind of chilling out and stitching on whatever, not comes my way, but whatever's just hanging fire and loose. Oh, yeah, I'll stitch on that. So I put in a couple threads of this and a couple threads of that, and unfortunately I can't have them all at my feet or I'd never be able to get to the kitchen. Yeah, it would be ugly. Absolutely ugly. Yeah, so I just keep out the ones that I'm interested in stitching on at this time period. How's that? I don't know how to put it. But when you got 10,000 freaking choices, it's like, okay. Well, I really want to work on that, or I really want to work on that. Yeah, well, that goes okay. And then somebody will mention something. I don't care if I'm watching YouTube or if one of the viewers, you know, says something about something. Oh, that puts that in the back of my mind. Crap. Okay, I'll go find it. Not a problem. So I hunt and search and, yeah. I got most of the counted in the front room. And all the big ones, of course, are in the pre-stamps are in here. Because they're all in their nice, neat little bags now. It just looks so precious over there. It's just scary. Oh, God. And the bags are opaque enough that I don't know what's in the bags until I actually pick it up and open it. So that takes some of the stress off of my brain. Oh, there's that. I really like to stitch it. I saw those, what do you call it? The cranes on the yellow background, and it looks like a Chinese emperor robe. You know, I don't know what it was taken from. I have no idea. But, yeah. Oh, no. Damn, I just saw that. Yeah. See, that's half my problem. I just saw it 2 days ago. Where did I see it? Yeah. I wish I had a room that I could just put them all on shelves, and they'd all have a tag on the outside of the plastic bag going, this is this, and they're all alphabetically, you know, oh, all the cranes are here, all the dragons are over here, all the Chinese geishas are over here. Yeah, no, I am so not the person. I haven't got quite that bored yet. It's right up there with winding thread on bobbins. Yeah, I can't seem to get that done either. So, yeah. I'm my own worst enemy, I think. I have organizational skills. I have used them in the past, but yeah, it's like I choose not to do that right now. Yeah. Hang on just a second, guys. Gotta check on the pizza. Okay, are you back? Yep, you're back. Okay. Just want to make sure it wasn't burning in there. Never know about Jiffy stoves. Oh, I mean toaster ovens. I have a bigger than usual toaster oven that I can cook in. And it works perfectly fine for anything I want to put in there, except for a ham, or, I don't know, or a turkey, or a chicken, because the shelving is not that strong. I tried to put a ham in there one time, and the thing just kind of didn't fold, but it just wouldn't stay up on its little ledge. So, had to cook that a different way. So, yeah, I don't hold out much hope for baked chicken anytime soon. Oh, goodness. I was watching Fiber Arts with Gary Parr. I love that show. And they had this woman. I think she's a little older than me. Oh, my goodness. The stuff that she can do. Hang on just a second. I don't know if you heard that ding or not, but yeah, it's just fun. It can just sit there and meld. But anyway, and I've forgotten her name. But if you go to fibertalk.com and not .com, FiberTalk on YouTube, you'll see their most recent upload, if you will. It was a live last night. They have one usually on Wednesdays. But she does all, what is that, black work? I mean, it's all in different colors, but it's the same thing. It's like, oh, Vex stitching. Yeah. But it, that she doesn't like cross stitch. So that all she, I mean, she's learned all the fancy stitches and all that and stuff, and her mother was like a stitching extraordinaire, and so were her aunts and her cousins or whatever. But her stuff is just, out of this world to look at. It's just absolutely beautiful. And their samplers, they're that band, I want to call it band sampler, but is that the right word? I don't know. They're the narrow ones, and they're not real narrow. You know, they're probably, what is that? Yep. They're like maybe 6 to 8 inches across, maybe. Somewhere in there. They're just gorgeous. And they usually have like French knots and then that black work type stuff. And I'm sure there's other names for all this. And the bullion stitch. And so they have other stitches other than cross stitch in them. And they're just phenomenal. I mean, she's got her whole house like plastered with all these things that she's done over the years. Holy cow. I shudder to think what kind of progress I could have made if I'd only started this back when my kids were little. Yeah. But I didn't stick with it. I went to quilting, and I went to knitting, and I went to crocheting, and yeah, I can't seem to stick, you know, with anything. And then I do, you know, the quilting or the crocheting or whatever for years on end and not have anything else. But now that I found cross stitch, you know, it's so easy to do, and it's easy impact on my hands because I think I'm getting a little bit of arthritis, but it doesn't bother me nearly as bad as quilting would. So yeah, we're good. Just make sure you were still running there. Oh my goodness. So we'll see. But, and these patterns were from like the 60s, maybe even earlier. I don't think too much earlier. They were called Montclair. Something Montclair patterns. And she said that these, oh my goodness, what is going on? They would get like once a week in the mail a different row for the thing, and that's what you were doing this week, and you worked on it all week. What a concept. Organization. Yeah, but you know, I think it'd be interesting. I don't know if I could stick with it, because I had that one, I don't know if you remember, I don't remember, it was called Folk Art something, and it was by Imaginating, I think that's the word, or the company. Yeah, I couldn't even, no, because there's a lot of that work in there as well. Yeah, no, not only, no, but yeah, and I was doing it on Ada, and her stuff is all done on linen. It's like, oh my gosh, how do you have the patience? But I guess if, you know, it's all in what you learn and how you learn and what you learn to stitch on, you know. So I get stuck on Ada a lot. I think it would be easier to do on Ada, even if you had to do 18 count, you know, to make it look right. But I've tried to do even the back stitching on that. What is it? Oh, gosh. It's the one I love. It's by Rosewood Manor. Wanted it. Ellen from Ellen's Power Hour. She finished it. It's gorgeous. It's in her thing. I didn't have a problem with the cross-stitch part, but when it came to the back stitching of all the vines and the leaves that go around the entire out of it, no. I was like, oh, and doing it on 28 count, please. It was not working. I was having a hard time keeping track of, you know, how many threads I went over and blah, blah, blah. No. No. What is the inspiration? I think that's what it's called, isn't it? Yeah, love that pattern. I'm going to get like 900 frames and just frame every one that I love just to look at. Yeah. And people come in and go, oh, did you complete that? No. No, that's why it's in a frame. That's why it's up there. Yeah. Good grief. I don't know. I don't know how people do things that they do. It's just beyond, yeah, my brain. There's a lady that does embroidery, and I believe she's from Vietnam. I could watch that woman for hours. Just absolute hours. She does such beautiful embroidery. And it turns out looking exactly like it's supposed to. Yeah. And she's probably been doing that as long as she's been old enough to hold a needle. Yeah. No. So, yeah, we just stick with what we know now. You know, I mean, I'm not saying I'm too old to learn something new. But dang. Yeah. They're fun to look at, though. I'd like to do a William Morris one. And I've forgotten the name of the... I think it's... Is it Scarlet Letter? That has the William Morris ones. What's her name? What is her name? Off the Grid. Caroline. Yeah, and hers is... God knows what size it's on. But the picture is probably 16 by 20. Maybe bigger. Oh, yeah. It's just gorgeous. And I think William Morris is who I'm thinking of. That did all the floral things. If I'm wrong, correct me, please, in the comments. Because, yeah. Yeah, there's gorgeous stuff out there that is so unattainable. I'm lucky to be doing what I'm doing, you know. And that's why every once in a while I need a challenge, so that's why I go to Counted. But if I want the easy button, here we are. We are right here. So, very nice. Can you see what I'm doing? This is pretty color red. Reddish orange. Come on. It just keeps wanting to slip up. I know. I should be separating each of my threads before I put them all together. And who's got time for all that? I have to be stitching. I just find I don't know what to do if I'm not stitching. That's scary. It's almost committal. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So, I gotta work on Sunday, but I have Monday off. It'll be fantabulous. I haven't worked on Sunday since, God, for 3 years. Maybe 2 or 3 years. Oh, goodness. Come on. Get in there. It will make your stitches look better if you separate the threads. Just saying, for a friend. But I just don't find that I have the time or the inclination to separate my threads. Before I put them all together, I'm too hyper for that. I don't know. Then it starts to get finicky, you know. It's like, nope. We're done. I just want to stitch. And the stitch is the therapy for me. It keeps me calm and balanced, I think. Alright guys, well I think that's going to be about it today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And please hit the bell. That way you'll know when my next video comes out. Whoops. Speaking of out. Oh, for pity's sake. Oh, ouch. Oh, for pity's sake. Please. There we go. Alright. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And please hit the bell. That way you'll know when my next video comes out. Stay safe. Stay healthy. We'll see you next time. God bless. Bye-bye. Keep stitching.